marker, another Christmas movie, guys. Let's get right to it. Christmas is the time of cheerfulness. It's the time of heartful, so many magical moments, beautiful Christmas moments, so many holiday season moments, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. It's definitely a time where families get together. And would you say this movie's the right one to get the family coming in together?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's all about coming together, holidays, being with the ones you love.
Yeah.
Remembering what's important in
Exactly,
life.
Guys. All right, let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. We are reviewing Christmas with You. Now, Christmas with You tells a story follows a pop star who's got a career, burnt out, and escapes to a small town. Not really a small town, really upstate New York, I would say. I wouldn't call it a small town, but we'll leave it like that. Where she finds not only an inspiration, but a shot of love. What a hallmark movie of a story here. I mean, I'll go out and say this. You know, going into this film, I really didn't expect much. I really didn't at all. Freddie Prinze Jr. comes out here. I haven't seen him in
so
years.
long. Yeah, years.
It's definitely been years. Again, he's probably been in other stuff. He probably has. But for myself, I mean, the last thing I can remember him was probably Scooby-Doo. She's All That. You know, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That whole franchise right there of its own deal. And it definitely feels a long time since he's been in anything major, right? I would say for me, because I haven't seen him in anything. So granted, there's that issue there. Not necessarily an issue, but I enjoyed him in this movie. I did. I enjoyed the hell out of him. Yeah. I thought I wasn't at first, but I was all like, he played a dad so well. I mean, he technically is a dad already. So is it essentially acting?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think, you know, part of it, it's just natural to him because, like, you're right, he's the father. Yeah. And I really enjoyed him in this film. Again, I agree with you. I've missed him. You know, I love Scooby-Doo. All, you know, she loves that. Love all those movies. But it's been a minute since we've seen him, and I was like, okay, how is this comeback gonna happen? At least in my eyes. Yeah. How is this comeback gonna be? My gosh, he still has it. I think he's just such a nice, heartwarming dad. Like, he's such a good. He plays that role so well.
But see, even so though, even as an actor, when he's very young, because you know, the sad passing of his father who committed suicide and everything, it really shows. He really shows his authenticity side. He really does in this movie. We see that a lot.
Which I will say,
I didn't know.
Very surprised.
Yeah,
he comes from Latin background, and we didn't know. And you know, we Googled it, we looked into it further, and I appreciate him so much more for being in this kind of film because it really highlights the Latin community. Yeah, really, like all the being with family, a lot of the foods, you know, that are very traditional during the holidays. I loved seeing that. Because, you know, I don't see it very often. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that he's, you know, and he's fluent in Spanish. Oh my gosh, like,
yeah, dude, he sounds way more Spanish than I could speak, and that's
we don't speak Spanish.
Of its own. No, I mean, I do a little bit, but it's not really too fluent.
I wish I did. You know, I gotta admit, it's gonna be hard though learning at such.
So we see Angelina, we see her actual career path take a stump, and we see the whole story unfold here.
And it's like more like she struggles to be relevant, right? Yeah, she's a little bit older, and it's struggling to keep up with the younger, newer trends that are coming out.
It's funny though. The jokes are hilarious. The jokes kept me laughing. Now, I always stress about this so many times when it comes to a film is that if it's a comedy, because this is ranked as a comedy, if this is a comedy, does it make me laugh? And it did. It did. It's a comedy family romance. It made me laugh. It made me heartwarming at times. You know, when we see Freddie Prinze Jr. and the lead actress, I forget her name, Amy Garcia. And she really is the yin and yang to Freddie Prinze. I mean, their chemistry on screen was so beautifully. I thought it was really good.
It was so good.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed their chemistry a lot.
I really loved both of their characters, their arcs, because, you know, like, it's such a typical cheesy holiday film where they complete each other, you know? Yeah. She brings out what he needs, and he brings out what she needs. Loved it. But I also like that it's not just around the holidays. It's centered around a quinceañera. Yeah. And that was really cool to see. And love the daughter. She was great. Yeah. So I think overall, as cheesy as this movie was, I ate every bit of it up. Like, it was it was so beautifully done. The story flowed nicely. Love the cast. All of the cast together the chemistry was great. And I just love the overall message. Like, you know, just being around people that you love, loved ones during the holidays and stuff. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Angelina, she comes, Amy Garcia, she plays this role so influential to where it makes sense to me. It really does. It makes sense to where the story, she adds value to the story. Her acting skills add value to the story. And then also the Tias were just
so relatable.
I mean, it really is. It's so damn relatable. This movie, I just felt like so many different sequences in this film where it was so like, oh my god, I remember feeling this way whenever the Tias and when I was younger. Even so, though, when some of them were alive, my grandma, it resembled so much of that essence there. It resembled so much of that Hispanic culture, the Latin culture, and I love that. I really did. I loved it
because we all have like.
Granted, I did not learn how to make tamales. And the way they were making tamales, though, that was cool. I was all like, Freddie Prinze Jr. killing it, man. He's just, it's like, dude, does it,
okay, so I haven't, like, personally made them, but I know how it's done. My aunt used to make them.
There you go. And
I loved watching her because it was so cool to learn. Like, you know, that's something that, and this was, when I was like, 10, 12? And so I'm almost 30, and I can still remember that. And it's very fond memories of, watching all the tias get together and make this happen. So I really appreciate learning that from a young age. And so I really like that they put that in there, that there was a special moment for the family to do it together.
Exactly. And that's the thing, too. This film is so damn corny. And it's so damn like Hallmark all over it, but it's so damn good. You guys know what we're talking about. Okay, as much as we like to talk crap about corny Hallmark films, how many of the hell times are we going to click that and search for that movie, search for that film, and watch this movie and play this movie during the Christmas holidays?
Like, I gotta say, Netflix has come out with some pretty bangers for Christmas movies.
Christmas movies. I mean, The Princess Switch, granted, the third one wasn't as... I love the first one.
I still like all of them.
Yeah, I love the first one. I love the first one. Now, this one, I would say for this film, Christmas with You, it doesn't really have that many views right now. The trailer came out 3 weeks ago. It has 360,000 views, which is not that much compared to other Netflix projects like the Lindsay Lohan one that got so many views on the trailer and everything. So I don't know if it's because Freddie Prinze Jr. has been out of the game that long, because that's what they're leading with as the cast here, because it's well known. Amy Garcia is well known too, but essentially it's Freddie Prinze Jr. who's leading this role here, I would say, and Amy Garcia. Like I would say both
of them. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I feel like that's so sad, because I feel like this is such a contender with a lot of the good movies Netflix has already put out over the years. And I really want people to watch this and experience this for themselves. Like, as corny and cheesy as rom-coms are, especially when you add it in the holidays, Christmas movies or whatever, it makes it extra cheesy. And I just feel like everyone loves that. Like, it's just, you just like that feel good, heartwarming. And the
lights are up. The beautiful magic's in the air. The heartwarming. What was that soup called? Pozole. So I've never had that. I've had caldo. I've had menudo.
I like menudo.
I've never had pozole. So that's definitely something interesting that maybe we should make. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. I mean, you never know. But this is definitely a movie where you are gonna cheer for. And the music too. So I'm a sucker when it comes to any movies that rely to music, rely to soul, rely to so much of the potential of just heartwarming essence of and it sucks too, because I love sad movies. Is that weird to say? I love sad movies. I love sad movies, and I love how it goes to a sad point of the film, and then it really escalates up.
I feel like the sad point is relatable because it deals with around loss. Yeah. And, that's something we all, in our lives, we've gone through grief and loss and mourning, missing our loved ones, that are no longer with us. So I really like that they put that in there. Yeah. And they didn't make it this soul focused. It's not a sad movie.
No.
But they touch on it like
a little bit,
not necessarily moving on, but like remembering. Yeah. And
and I love that too, because like there wasn't like a comedy. That's the problem with Marvel films that I always say it so many times, or just in general when they try to add that comedy. With this one, they didn't. It reversed to another, or it transitioned to another scene, and then they made a comedy. I don't mind that. I mind it when they mention a comedy at the very end of the exact same scene where we see
where it's supposed to be
sad moment, and I love that because it lets the film breathe. This film came out to be an hour, I believe an hour and 29 minutes. I think that's a perfect runtime.
Perfect.
And that's the thing too. When moviegoers, guys, I know this is the fan genre, the fan club, whatever you want to call it. For me, I don't think a movie, and this is Marvel films especially, I don't think a great movie's 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 3 hours and 16 minutes with Avatar. I don't think great movies have a certain length. I think great movies are its own, where they come edited, where they come to put together when their heart's in it. I think great movies, there's no necessarily like it needs to be this runtime in order to be this great. That's not true.
No,
that's not. I mean, that's not true at all.
Because I wouldn't see where they needed to add anything here.
No,
like sure, I would have liked to see them sing together more, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is the overall arcing message of family, friends, loved ones in the holidays. And, definitely. I agree. The runtime is great. It's perfect for this film. Yeah. The way it was, told. Yeah. It makes sense. And I agree that runtime's perfect.
Definitely, guys. Was this the fun that we deserved? I'm going to say yes. Rating 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest. Okay, so now that I really had a chance to really settle with this film and everything, and I've really thought about it, it's definitely, I'm gonna give it a high ranking. And I know it's gonna be crazy of me to say this, even though I'm giving this a higher rating than Wakanda Forever, which is crazy to me. What's crazy, I have to give this a solid 9. I'll give this a solid 9.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna rewatch this again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna rewatch this again, probably even more. So this is almost. It makes me feel the way that Vanessa Hudgens' film did in the Princess Switch, which I loved. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think Netflix is knocking out these bangers.
They are. They're killing it.
This is such a great film. Yeah. I can definitely see myself rewatching it. Yeah. I've rewatched a lot of their Netflix films every Christmas, and this is going to be one of them because definitely. I just enjoyed everything about it. And again, I agree. I'm going to give it a 9 because it's such a good film. It's so cheesy,
so corny,
but I loved every minute. Yeah. I loved every minute of it.
Definitely, guys. All right, if you have not already, like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe notification to get notified for our movie reviews, guys. And thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Put a comment down below. Question is for you guys. What did you think of this movie? Are you just like, oh guys, you guys are crazy, it's so corny, it's so cheesy as hell? Maybe we're just talking out of our butts. Hey, by all means, movies and art, just like art, movies are subjective, and this is the way we thought, this is the way we felt out of it. And I almost guarantee that people are going to enjoy this movie, because with the Lindsay Lohan film, how much of a surprise viewingship was that film?
People,
I think that was a hit for
that film. I think
that was a hit.
That was surprising, and I put a good surprise. Yeah, because I was rooting. I really wanted that film, and I really want this film to be.
And to us, this film is better than the Lindsay Lohan movie.
So I can't wait. I really want you guys to give this a shot. Yeah. Give this a listen to. Give it a try. Yeah. I think it's gonna be just the perfect movie for y'all for the holidays.
I think it's really gonna touch up on a lot of issues and everything. A lot of just a whole of. It's gonna be very relatable. It really is to me. I think it is in so many different ways here, and it leaves it open to where like it touches everyone's emotion, whether you want to meet your pop star, because I love that. I love it when movies do that.
Meet your idol.
Like even the J-Lo film that surprised the hell out of me, Marry Me, with Owen Wilson and J-Lo. Like that movie, I didn't expect anything out of it, and I loved it.
I love that movie.
I loved it. It surprised me. I was just like, oh my god, this is so corny, so cheesy, but so good.
This is essentially the similar, right? It's like, they meet this famous pop star. Yeah. She's going through heartaches of her own, and songs being written, and it's the holidays, right? Yeah, kind of similar plot, but I feel like
love the music, by the way. Love the music.
Same. So I feel like this one's just slightly different enough. And again, it might be biased because it is about a lot of Latin heritage. Yeah. But I just feel like this one trumps Marry Me. As much as I enjoyed Marry Me, I could see myself watching this more. And I definitely really hope y'all guys feel very similar. I hope you guys love the film too.
Yeah, definitely, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
Manjat Kelly.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Check you later. Stay safe, San Antonio.